the slopes of Mount Kilimanjaro is the Mweka College of African Wildlife Management. At this graduation ceremony, 57 students proudly received certificates or diplomas. The students came from 10 different African countries, and some are far away from their homes in the western region of the continent, as far away as Senegal, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, and Cameroon. Others are from Ethiopia, Sudan, Zambia, and Malawi, as well as Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. The faculty, too, is made up of experts from many lands. Most of the students will return to work in the parks and game reserves in their own countries. Workshop activities such as this, under the guidance of experienced European instructors, prepare the young Africans to take an active part in the widespread new program of protecting the precious heritage of wildlife and promoting and encouraging tourism. The curriculum naturally centers around the biology of animals native to Africa. Here, a group of students learn how to determine the age of an elephant by his teeth and the size and formation of his skull. The instructor is Pat Hemingway, son of Nobel Prize-winning American novelist Ernest Hemingway. Inspired by his father's fascination with Africa, Hemingway spent many years as a hunter and then engaged in special studies at the University of California so that he could return to the region of Kilimanjaro and teach at the Wildlife College. The buildings and the facilities of the school came from many sources. The Tanzanian government provided the initial plant, but many governments and private organizations have since contributed. The well-equipped laboratory was built with American aid, as was one of the dormitories. Much of the scientific equipment, vehicles, and rifles were given to the college by West Germany. Students have been taking an active part in park planning. They constructed this detailed relief map themselves, then painted in existing roads and those planned for the future. The instructor is Tom Gilbert, an experienced naturalist on loan from the United States National Park Service. With students from so many countries, the problem of food to suit different tastes and customs was a serious one. The college turned it into a management exercise, and so the menu is determined by a committee of the students themselves. Almost everything a man does at the school, even sports and recreation, will be valuable to him in his future work in the administration and management of the game parks of Africa. The techniques of accurate charting and map-making are important in the planning, development, and management of parks and game reserves. Courses such as this offer a unique challenge to the instructors because the students come from widely varied backgrounds and levels of academic attainment. There are 2 courses. One lasts only a year and is for the certificate. The 2-year diploma course is more difficult and more highly technical. Returning from a controlled safari, the students are required to erect their tents for a complete inspection and then to fold and store them properly. They also must clean the handsome Mauser rifles that have been assigned to them. The use of guns is sometimes necessary in the humane control of large animals in order to preserve and perpetuate the irreplaceable wildlife heritage and the continuation of species in danger of bringing about their own destruction. Frank Poppleton, a former game park superintendent and the school's administrator, is a hard taskmaster on the rifle range. Students learn precisely how to deal with potentially dangerous animals in a skilled, professional manner. Poppleton uses a cut-out section of a huge elephant skull to explain the brain shot, which destroys the animal instantly and mercifully. One of the advantages of the location of the college is the variety of wildlife close at hand, always available to be observed and studied in a protected environment. There's an active and enthusiastic photographic club at the college. Studies at Mueca involve all kinds of wildlife, not just the large animals normally associated with game reserves. The health and safety and protection of docile creatures, especially the very young, is naturally a prime consideration. Often they must be protected from other animals and from man. A close neighbor of the college who has his own private zoo takes a couple of nervous students with him as he feeds his pet lion, Msikib. Across the border in Kenya is Tsavo Game Park, one of the largest and finest in Africa. Students find baby ostriches that have been separated from their mother. Tsavo is a good place to practice stalking wild elephants. The students are not armed, and they proceed with caution, using the tracking and stalking techniques they have learned at the college. Mzima Springs is another superb place to observe many kinds of wildlife. Crocodiles sprawl lazily by the pond, while hippopotamus are clearly visible in the crystal clear water. This large pool is abundantly fed by the natural springs. It's a good place to fill a canteen or look at the fish, but swimming is strictly forbidden because of the crocodiles. An observation tank lets students observe both fish and hippo at close range. The glass will have to be replaced because it was cracked by a clumsy hippo. The entire diploma class goes on a day's outing in Tsavo Game Park, riding in one of their rugged German vehicles. The school's principal, distinguished Welsh naturalist Tony Mentz, pilots a plane given through American aid and takes a lucky student on a scouting mission. The aircraft is useful for mapping and for observing hard-to-find animal life from the air. A small herd of elephants is spotted, and the students are off in hot pursuit. first the elephants band together, frightened of the truckload of students. Then the old cow makes her demonstration to frighten the supposed enemy away. So students at the College of African Wildlife Management get another lesson in animal behavior without going far from their school high on the slopes of Kilimanjaro.